Hello, folks. This is Mr. Dan coming to you from the Landscape Design Classroom, and today I'm going to talk to you about finding and managing employees. So the main idea here is how can I employ the people I need to help reach my goals? So if you have your own business and eventually you might need employees or you're going to have employees, you need to make sure you're employing the right people. So who works in a small business? Many start with the owner, family members, and or partner. Employing others often comes later. The cost of new employees must be covered by the revenue produced. So you need to make sure you're making the money that you want to make before hiring somebody on to help assist you. Employment issues to consider: finding people who want the job, have required skills, and that your business can afford. So sometimes it's not about hiring the people that already have those skills, but hiring the people that you can form into the people you want working for you. And also just having a conversation to make sure that they want to be in that job, because you shouldn't want to continually be hiring people. That's not a great business practice of hiring somebody, they quit a week later, and then you have to come out and get somebody else. So hire people that are genuinely interested in your business, the product you're selling, or the service that you're selling. Laws governing the rights and obligations of both employers and employees. Make sure you're always working under your state laws, national laws, and all that good stuff. And reporting and paying the required taxes. So when you have employees, you need to make sure that you are paying the taxes out of their paychecks that need to be paid out. Or at the end of that year, they're going to end up paying it out, and they may not see that coming. And benefits for employees. So eventually, if you have a really booming business, you're going to want to offer benefits to your employees because that's a good, responsible thing to do. So finding employees, start with a job description. Defines the expectations and responsibilities, used to prepare employment ads, used to inform applicants about the job, used for screening, and used to manage employees and prevent misunderstandings. Whenever you're posting your job, there's a lot of different ways you can do that. A lot of the time now it can be posted on job websites such as Indeed and Monster. You can still post through the newspaper. There's a lot of different places that you can post for that. So, and you want to find the ideal candidate, but where to find people. So a help wanted sign in your business is inexpensive, but there is no screening. People can just walk right in. Classified ads in the newspaper, there's some screening there and reaches a large audience. Employment service, this can be pretty costly, but the applicants are screened for skills. State-run services are cheaper. Internet sites may prove to be useful. I know a lot of places use Indeed or Monster, but really doing what you think is right for you is probably the best route to go about that. So, other alternatives. When you have employees, maybe you don't need somebody on full-time, you can hire a part-time employee, somebody in high school or a college student, temporary service workers, or an independent contract worker. Typically, if you're hiring an independent contractor, you're going to end up paying that person more. But if you can hire somebody you can shape into the employee that you want over time, it's perfectly fine to hire part-time or high school, college age students. So, following employment laws, seeking illegal advice for application forms, employment contracts, written employment policies. You want to make sure you have somebody checking these things over, especially if you're getting into a bigger business, because that helps you with liability later on. So letting your employee know the clear expectations of what's expected of them will make sure that they stay a great employee, or if they're not following, then you have to deal with that in whatever fashion you need to deal with that. So just a little bit more on laws. You want to make sure you are touching on working conditions, workplace safety, tax withholding and reporting, child labor laws, discrimination, minimum wages, work hours, privacy, and conditions of termination if needed. All these things should definitely be explored with somebody, with a lawyer, attorney, whoever you would go to work with for your business. And I definitely recommend having somebody, once you get into a larger business, that has legal sense to talk with about any policies you create, just moving forward, because the more employees that you have, the more liable you are to possibly being sued at some point. No workplace is ever going to be totally perfect. Reporting and paying required taxes. Consult with your tax accountant so you will be prepared to meet all of the requirements. Withhold employment taxes from employee payroll. You have to withhold Social Security, income taxes, and unemployment insurance. So make sure you don't try to do everything by yourself at first. If you feel like you can, I would still recommend getting an accountant to work with you, because there is a lot of ins and outs that you don't really know when you're first getting into your business. And along with that, make sure you are withholding certain dollars, or at the end of the year, whenever your employee goes to file taxes, he will definitely owe out. And taking that money out in the beginning and sending it in for them is much better, because it helps control, it helps with controlling spending on your employees' part and not putting them in a bad situation. No. Some tax requirements. You must withhold and pay employment taxes for employees. Independent contractors pay their own taxes. So if you have an independent contractor, they have to figure that out later by themselves. Rules are complicated and not uniform between agencies. So as I was saying, you definitely should have an accountant looking over all your stuff for that. The IRS has a 20-factor test to help you decide. So employee benefits helps you hire and keep valued workers. Must fit your budget, be fair and valuable to employees. Covers illness, medical costs, disability, death, and unemployment. So other possible benefits: vacation and medical leave, retirement income, and education. So what you're able to offer your employees is going to be likely to keep them around for the long haul. So if you can give them a good benefit plan over time, if you can give them education or retirement income incentive like a 403B that they can put into, vacation or medical leave, these are all great things that over time will keep employees there. And like I said before, whenever you're looking for employees, you want to make sure you're keeping them for the long haul, because you don't want to be hiring somebody every other week just because somebody else left. So performance bonuses at the end of the year makes people want to stay. Flexible hours. And motivating and managing employees. Good leaders listen. Good leaders set goals and communicate them to workers. Good leaders motivate others with wages and benefits, assigning jobs that workers enjoy and do well, asking for and using employees' ideas, bonuses for extra benefits, and knowing employees' problems, goals, and objectives. So if you keep your employees happy, they will be much better workers for you. They won't quit, they'll stick around. Figure out ways to make your workplace enjoyable and let them enjoy the job that they're doing. So that is the end of my presentation. If you have any questions at all, you can give me a call down here in the Landscape Design Classroom or contact me through Canvas. But I appreciate your time today, folks, and have a great day.